Hey guys, it's your boy Lama Connor here live once again. Welcome to another video of mine. Today, it's another TV show review. I know, it's been a long time since I've done this. I don't normally talk about movies or TV shows unless they're worth talking about. And I've been watching things here and there, but this time, we're reflecting on Arcane. And I'm just here as a casual viewer and freely promoting this show to all who's watching this video, to all your future selves out there. You should watch Arcane. Arcane Season 1, Arcane Season 2. I just finished it. It's like 2 a.m. in the morning. I just finished it. Mixed feelings, I tell ya. Mixed feelings. I'm happy. I'm sad. I'm happy. I thought it would be 5 seasons, but I didn't think they would wrap it up in 2 seasons, which I'm like, wow. I guess there's no other seasons coming up, possibly spin-offs, but we will see. We will see. In this video, I'm not going to explain every nuance, the duality of like the meanings of every single scene or frame in this movie. I'm just here to sort of like reflect upon what I just witnessed. And I don't know, whoever is also thinking what's going on in this show. So to start off, I don't know, where do I start? Let's start reviewing Season 2, Act 1. I think it's a 10 out of 10. I think Act 2 is more like an 8 out of 10. And then Act 3, I think it's a 9 out of 10. Or perhaps 10 out of 10, to be honest with you. Reason because I think Season 1 is like a great music video type of show. It's great. Season 2, I think a lot of things were like chopped and rushed. And then Season 3, I was surprised. They got me. Act 3 of Season 2, it kind of wrapped up pretty nicely. However, I do have questions. Like, for example, the big one. I guess there's a little bit of spoilers, I suppose. But not really. But what happened to the professor? And what happened to Jinx? Which is, I think, the two main questions. And I already been like... frame by frame looking down like what happened, also seeing brief comments and like, oh, the Jinx is still alive, and there appears to be two communities that are still like, hey, Jinx is still alive, and apparently evidence is that you can see a brief purple streak at the end of this, episode 9 there. And also episode 9, you can see that Caitlyn is like looking through the maps of the hex gates and seeing tunnels. I was a bit confused of why they showed that. There's a reason they show that to us. Plus the relic of the bomb. And to me, I'm thinking, oh yeah, she's alive. Plus her flying off the distance, hence the words they've been showing us like, hey, time to let go, break the cycle, leave. Which doesn't mean like leaving the life, but just leaving your older self, which is amazing, that's the ending basically. But honestly, the cinematics of every single visual, 3 years, we waited 3 years for this, and good job everyone, good job. Thank you Netflix, thank you all the creators who made this show, the writing. You made history. I don't know what else to tell you. You made a legacy. And I guess I'm here to just ponder about life in itself, the duality of life. Arcane, the word itself, it defines as, mysteries of knowledge, pieces of knowledge that we are, as human beings, are aimed to sort of discover, pursue, And I don't know what else to say. I'm just yapping at this point. What is the meaning of the show overall? What is it exactly? Are we able to sort of go against fate? Are we meant to chase fate? Are we meant to do what we need to do, even if the odds are engraved in stone? But no, I guess we are able to sort of not just follow fate, but also make the choices and decisions that we need to do to sort of change that fate. Nothing is exactly set in stone, even though there might be times that we are in a time loop in a sense. But yeah, I'm just talking out of my butt right now. But I think I'm just here reflecting whoever's watching this, who's ever watching this show, all the characters, all the trials and tribulations that they all went through, from Jinx to Vi to Caitlyn, Ekko, everyone. It wrapped up very nicely from Season 1 to Season 2. They're both very cohesive. Every frame has a meaning, every visual. I don't know what else to tell you. It's unfortunate that there's a lot of open endings going on, so I think that they kind of let that for interpretation and for us to sort of like, think about the future future spin-offs and whatnot. Because especially the professor, they never said anything about the professor. The professor just plugged that thing and poof, he gone. And there's also the other universes that we have yet to see. That's why I say episode 7 is beautiful. It's a glimpse into what we can change or experience if we have not do the things we need to do. And which I think what Victor is trying to like show us, in the sense that emotions really do blind us to death, in a sense that, yeah, that may occur, but it also makes us who we are. Again, like Chase have said, like the imperfections is what makes us who we are, in a sense. And even though we might pursue to change that, should we even change it? And all, plus, because at the beginning of this whole Arcane thing, you always thought it was going to be, the top versus the bottom, two cities colliding. But honestly, it's a layer deeper than that. It's a layer about human emotions in general, and the conflicts that we have within ourselves, and even outside, especially what's his name, Silco. That monologue when Jinx was visioning him about all of the guidelines that we have put on ourselves, the free will that we have on us, all these principles that we use to guide us through life. Are they really principles and good principles to have, or are they just guidelines? Or even, like he's mentioned in the show, that there are prisons for ourselves and self-doubts, all these commitments and all these responsibilities, like we put these things on ourselves, but generally you have the free will to sort of do whatever you want and have a positive life. So I guess that's my rant. I'm talking nonsense, I'm telling you, but I just watch it. I just want to talk about it before the thoughts in my head leave. And Arcane, give it applause, guys. Give it applause. Like, I don't know what to say, man. Like, everything was so good towards the end, except for when Jinx and Vi were out there and like, oh, they saw their father on the little steel thing. I'm like, guys, why the fuck are you crying at this moment? Like, why? That part is a little confusing, not gonna lie. Like, why is she crying? You already cried when you saw him before. Like, I know you might have a. Like, now's not the time. I felt the emotional collapse there. 'Cause I wasn't sure how to feel when I saw her pass that as a wolf, and then James had to jump in and save her. I'm like, why? The emotion there was, it kind of let me out. It was driving me there, and then like it let go. I was like, what the fuck, Vi? Are you stupid? But it is what it is. Jinx is free from her responsibilities, and for those who are suffering with this interpersonal turmoils, I should say, like, what should I say? I should say that life could be confusing, but nothing is ever personal. Like, don't take these events personal. And for those who do, great, to be an empath in all those sort of situations, that's amazing. But for those who can relate to Jinx, like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. And that brings me another second thing I'm thinking about, like Black Rose. I'm still confused on that sort of aspect in mages, so I might have to do a bit of research. I didn't understand it at all. I think that happened so fast. And that's why I hate. I mean, I don't hate. I just like Act 2 a little bit of season 2, because things were so happening so fast. It was hard to sort of like focus on each. There were like 3 or 4 timelines, plots going on at the same time, and it was hard to follow, especially the one who was a mage and her powers and Black Rose. That whole plot was a little confusing, which also leads me to her mother. I forgot her motives. Like, her motives were kind of fluctuating in my mind. Like, she's doing all of this. She's conquering all of these lands. For what? And I was just so flabbergasted a little bit. Like, lady, do you not see what you're doing? Like, are you, like, you are the emperor. It's not like you're serving someone else higher than you to sort of conquer these things blindly. Like, why did you come to the city Pivlo, or whatever the city's called? Like, the mystery was there, but then, like, seeing all her actions and her finding the enemy, I was a little bit conflicted because that part wasn't clear. It was clear as a mud a little bit. I might have to watch back and digest that a little bit. But that plot line was confusing. Everything else was like, okay, everything's lining up. But that plot line was a little confusing to me. But that's just me. Anyways, I'm yapping too much and too long. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe for more. Yeah, there's not much to say compared. There's nothing to hate, honestly. This show is great. Fucking hell. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyways, cheers.
The frequency is the positivity. All the youths have the ability to become anything that they wanna be. So change your life regarding anything you do.